What's good, my former nice people? This is Ase Daniels with Kindness Speaks. So glad you found us. Excited to share with you these life changing principles about kindness. Okay, today's topic: 5 ways to be kind to yourself that are not selfish. Okay, and I threw on the Jamaica shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts, y'all. I am in vacation mode. I need a vacation. I'm trying to get there. Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen anytime soon. But I'm just feeling like I want to get under the sun. And this has been it's been rainy around here. Um, but not horrible. Like today it rained all day. But at least the temperature's been up. So it's not the winter hasn't really started yet. So it's better. It could be better. But man, and, I just reminded my wife and I usually go on vacation during the fall. We like going in the fall. We like going to an island if we can, and where it's still warm over there but cold over here, so we can enjoy the sun. We could get. She loves the beach. I don't love the beach, but either way. To get into today's topic, and I just wanted to just share, just beginning that. Man, the last 2 days, I don't know about y'all, but this last quarter of the year, 2020, y'all, 2020, we are rounding the corner. And by God's grace, we are alive. We are here. Um, and I don't know about y'all, but I've been just the last 2 days recently, I've been spent. I had nothing to give. Nothing. I've been so tired. I usually work out, at least try to push myself 5 days a week. I write every day. Um, I do my social media posts. I didn't do anything. I said I'm not doing it. I'm just exhausted. But I didn't realize when I thought about it is that it's really me being kind to myself by saying, you know what I normally do, what I would normally get into, um, my daily habits and rituals, routines, which are very important. And consistency kills. That's what moves the needle forward. But sometimes you gotta listen to your body. You gotta listen to your mind. And if you know you don't have anything left and you're just exhausted, you got to say no to the things you normally do. And I had to say no. And I felt bad. It really bothered me. Like, man, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Da da da. But today, I feel energized. I feel my head is clear, and I feel motivated to attack my habits, my rituals, everything I usually do on a weekly basis, a daily basis. I felt motivated more so than I ever have today. And so just what I wanted to kind of flip the script. Last week we talked about the top 5 ways that we are selfish and not kind. Today I wanted to flip it and go with the top 5 ways that we are kind but not selfish. We are kind to ourselves and not selfish. Okay, I'm telling you all, this is so important. And again, this is not for everybody. I don't know who you are, but my goal, I'm hoping you're listening to me. I hope you're my introverts, my fellow introverts. Okay, that's why I always start my podcast by former nice people. Okay, because I want us to be former. That should be in the past. And I got something I'm excited about coming up in 2021. I'm going to do a challenge where I'm going to come on every day and I'm going to challenge us leading into 2021. We have to leave nice behind. Leave it nice behind. Maybe that's why the title. I don't know. But I need us to understand where we need to go. We need to shift. We need to make a permanent destination to stay in the lane of kindness and leave being nice forever in the past. Leave it in 2020. All kind of drama and nonsense and craziness going on in 2020. Let's leave that there. Let's leave it here in the past. So 2021, it'll be a new us. And every year we get that opportunity. But now I'm talking about like literally leaving it behind. Okay, because we can't build and literally again we can't give what we don't have. If we are not kind to ourselves, we cannot give to others, and we should not. And I don't like using should and can't, um, but it's to our benefit to be kind to ourselves first, then give to others. It's to our benefit, and that's what I'm talking about today. It's to our benefit and their benefit because they get the best version of ourselves. The best version of us is better than anything less to give to others. Oh, I gotta post that. Our best version of ourselves is better than anything we can give that's less than that. It's better, even if it takes longer in their mind. Okay, let me get to it. Number 5. Let me just jump right into this thing, y'all. Number 5 is when we are being kind to ourselves and not being selfish. I'm coming at this, because again, when we think we're being selfish, we think we're being rude, we're being a jerk. We need to understand that we have to prioritize our self-care. Prioritize self-care. That's one of my hashtags that I send in every message. Prioritize self-care. And by 2021, my new hashtag is going to be mastering self-care for us individually. We should know ourselves well enough that we should be masters of it. Masters of how we need to shut it down, but at the same time, we need to know when we need to push it, and when we're being lazy and not giving it our 100% effort, then we need to push it. That's also a version of kindness where we can push ourselves. But most of the time, we as introverts, we who struggle with saying no, and some of us, of my faith perspective, fall into the I'm gonna do for others, and then leave ourselves at a lack, leave ourselves at a deficit. And then all of a sudden, our responsibilities and things that we need to take care of, our family and our friends, get the lesser version of ourselves. Then, oh man, I'm telling y'all, this is why I have to do these podcasts. This is why I do it, because the lesser version of ourselves, if we're not careful, we end up being nasty, rude, harsh, critical. Even us introverts, it comes out because we stuff. Eventually, I'm talking about explode. And I've heard it called obliger rebellion. Gretchen Rubin, in her book, what's the name of that book? Either way, Gretchen Rubin, look her up. She wrote a book and she talks about now it's gonna bother me. I don't know the name. Either way, I'll post it in a link in the show notes, whatever. But that book, she talks about obliger rebellion. Then we shut down and we're no good for anybody for an extended period of time. But if we were wise, okay. Number 5 is when we having a time when you are not receiving phone calls, text messages, emails, etc. Again, these are the top 5 ways that we are kind to ourselves and not selfish. Is when we set a time, maybe at the end of the day, maybe if you want to it's up to you. Again, this is yours, but you need to know. On my way home, maybe 5, 6 o'clock, whenever you get off of work, your schedule. At this time, I go on my phone, I turn off my notifications, and for my email, for my text messages, I got a group of Google Voice that I use, and Google Hangouts. Turn all those off. Email, Hangout, text message, all turn off. And so when I'm home, I'm not thinking about that. Whoever needed me, they needed to have hit me up during my work hours. So I gave myself a boundary so that when I come home, I can focus on what else I want to focus on. My wife, my book, my writing, my family that I got to check in, call mom, etc., etc. This is not being selfish. This is being kind to yourself. And again, by 2021, we need to shift gears. Maybe that's what the course will be. How to master self-care. I'm really trying to empower us because we need it, because we cannot do for others if we are not of the best version of ourselves. Okay, let me keep going. Number 4. I mean, this is so simple, but I gotta say it. I gotta put it out there. Number 4 of ways that we are kind to ourselves and not being selfish. Number 4 is that not giving our last amount of money, time, or resources, whatever that is, not giving our last when someone who was irresponsible and waited to the last minute. You know who they are. You have about 2 or 3 people that floated through your mind right then. And so, oh, yep, I know who it is. You already know. Walking in the door, you know that person at work. You know that person when you see their name come up on the phone. Oh, here they go. They already waited to the last minute. They waited till they were in a crunch to wait until it was an emergency. Then all of a sudden they expected you or me to bail them out. Being kind. See, this is the shift. This is the mental rewiring that we need to have. Our minds are very malleable, that we need to shift and understand that we're not being rude or a jerk when we say no to the person when it's our last, and knowing that they waited to the last minute. That's really being kind, because if we keep bailing them out, what we become is an enabler. We become enablers that continue to hinder their growth. We become hindrances to their growth. We know sometimes you got to let life hit you on the head and knock you off your feet, lay you flat on your back, looking up off the canvas, before we say, you know what, there's some things that need to change. But if I have our say to keep bailing me out, oh, then I don't need to change. He'll do it. And I've lived there, I'm telling y'all. But when I realized that it was truly kindness that says, you know what, I'm not going to help you this time. I'm not. This is the 5th time I bailed you out. You know, come on, we've been there. This is not a new story. This is not a new playlist. We've listened to the playlist multiple times, and for us, it's stuck on repeat. We allow it to be stuck on repeat based on those individuals that come into our lives, that are in our lives, family, friends. You know who they are. We keep bailing them out. Children, young men, especially. I'm challenging if any young man under 25, 35. We need to stop. I mean, we don't even need to pick up the phone and call that person that we know is going to bail us out. That's been enabling us for years, some more times than not, by giving us money, helping us with work, homework, or whatever, and because we don't want to study. When we say no to those individuals, that's truly being kind to yourself, because of the stress and the worry and anxiety that you gotta drag them through another mess that they caused, instead of letting them figure it out themselves. Now, I'm not talking about when somebody's in danger, but at the same time, see, if we keep doing it, they end up in danger, like physical harm. But if we keep it, it's sometimes we know those family members. We got addictions going on. Family got issues, so we can't assume that, oh, this is the last time they say, right? And we got to use wisdom, but we have to know and kind of prepare them. Listen, if we say it's the last time, we got to respect ourselves, be kind to ourselves, and honor what we say to that individual. Because if we don't, we weaken them, we stress ourselves out, and we end up in the same spot year after year. Number 3 of the top 5 reasons why we are being kind to ourselves and not selfish. Number 3 is when we say no, we don't lie and say, I don't have the time. I mean, time, we blame time for everything. Now, by the way, let me just put a little note in here, a little commercial. That's why we have to have our time organized. Yep. That's why we got to know our schedule. We got to map it out. We got to have at least admit, we should look at, like I use my planner. This is an old version of it right here. But the Full Focus Planner, I'm not advertising, but I probably should, because I use it all the time and I love it. By Michael Hyatt, the Full Focus Planner. You should have, you do your weekly big 3, then your daily big 3, then your quarter. We should be thinking about these things and planning them out. Each day should have time blocks. Man, once you really get time blocks, you fit in for that time block. Okay, writing, boom. Family time, boom. And you make sure you maximize the quality of that time to generate the results that you want on a consistent basis. Oh man, that's when you start seeing some real traction. That's when you start moving the needle forward to accomplishing your goals. But if we don't have those times, and our time is scattershot, and we keep letting everybody else put their time block in ours available space, we can't see, the thing is, we can't say no with integrity and with confidence and clarity and peace, because we don't have our time schedule. We don't have our time organized. So we don't, and see, this is the key. and I'm gonna give y'all a word of wisdom here. We need to have time blocks in order to help those individuals. Put a block of time in there. You know they're gonna call you. You know they're gonna reach out to you. It should be Sunday, whatever, Thursday night, sometime during the week. You know you already planning. Okay, I'm getting ready to help so and so. They're gonna call, or they've been calling. They got a you more than willing because you've organized it. You can say it yes with integrity. But when we say no, I don't have the time, and we're lying, it bothers our spirit. I'm talking about introverts now. Let's be real. Let's talk about this thing. When we say no, I don't have the time, and we don't know if we have the time or not, we're lying. Stop blaming time. We really should say no, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. No explanation necessary. No. 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 And see, now we can be honest. See, kindness is not just the random acts of kindness. We got to be kind to ourselves. And if we know we don't want to do it ever, say no. Say no. I don't want to do it. Stop blaming. You don't have the time. Because number one, you probably don't even know if you have the time or not because you're not organized, and you really blaming it. And then all of a sudden, and this is the little commercial. Yeah. See, that's why we got to be organized. And if we want to have chill time and relax time, sit and watch Netflix series, whatever, put it in your schedule so you can say no with integrity. And if you want to use that as a caveat, you got to be organized first. No, I don't have the time, but you got to really know you don't have the time. And they don't need to know. Nobody reads this. This is mine. I don't show nobody this. This is what I put in here. And it could be a whole day of I'll say time. But again, see, so my husbands, don't do that. If you have not previously communicated with your spouse, don't you say that to her. Because you're going to get some harsh looks and maybe some choice words. I don't know. Because, see, again, because we've been irresponsible, haven't been taking care of what we said we're going to do. Husbands. Okay, commercial over. Number 2. Devotional time. Number 2. We have to make sure that when we accept, we have to say no. Again, being organized. See, number 2 is that we have to say no to accepting positions. I'm reading it here. When other people have declined and they ask you, saying you're the only capable person. You're the last person we called. Everybody, see, they hit you with the guilt trip. Don't fall for the guilt trip, y'all. We can't do it. Come on, introverts. We cannot fall for the guilt trip anymore. We gotta let that go. Okay? This is being kind to yourself. Not accepting a position. And see, this is where pride messes with you, because they either hit you with the guilt trip or they hit you with the pride. Oh man, you will be awesome at this role. You'll be doing an amazing job. You've done it for so many years. And you know you're exhausted. You know you are through with this role. You don't have anything left. You don't want to do it anymore. You lost the motivation and the passion and the energy for it. You know you should say no. Before you pick up the phone, as soon as you see their name, oh, here they go. They're about to ask me, and I got to say no. 2021 is coming up. There's some roles that you're holding on to that you've been done 2 years ago with that role, but you've been holding on because you want to be Mr. and Miss Dependable. That's played. That's played out. That it's like fashion from 5 years ago. We need to let go of that emotional fashion wardrobe of being nice. It's being nice. When you hold on to a role, you know you should say no to it, but you want to be nice to that person. It's not kindness when you accept a role you don't want to do. Because, again, we're not giving our best version of ourselves. And because we're not giving the best version of ourselves, we end up doing mediocre and poor work. And then let's say we give it our best, even though we don't want to do it. That means it's taking away time from other people in our lives that are priority. Our family, our friends, our hobbies. Again, a very important thing. We should have hobbies that we can do without being worried that, oh, I feel guilty for doing. On this desk we have puzzle that we love to. My wife and I love doing puzzles. I shouldn't feel guilty to sit down with my wife when somebody's calling, looking for me, wanting me to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C. No, this is me time. This is my wife and I time. Doing this hobby that we love. Again, because I'm organized. And maybe that's another part of the comp. Man, we need some workshops on this. We need to do this. Seriously. Some of us need to be part of this workshop that I'm going to do leading up to 2021, maybe beginning of the year. We need to be able to have we should have a hobby. We should have our week organized, and we're going to teach principles on how to do that kindly, to be able to say no with a smile. I'm not available. I'm no longer interested in that. And now I feel, oh my goodness. Oh, please. I'm so sorry. No, you're not sorry. Stop saying you're sorry. I can tell my wife. That's another t-shirt. Not sorry. That's what's it, Reese's. That's the ad. I wish I had put my t-shirt out before the ad came out. But I'm going to bite off them. Other people do it. I'm biting off them. And I'm going to have the same color, probably that orange and brown. And it's going to be saying, not sorry. Because you're not. Stop lying. You're not sorry. Oh, I can't stand when people say I'm sorry. They always apologize and stop apologizing. You don't have nothing to apologize for. Oh, y'all know who I'm talking about. Come on, we do that all the time. We need to, again, see, this is part of shifting our verbiage, shifting our vocabulary. We have to make these shifts because we can't bring nice into 2021. We must go into it with kindness. And kindness speaks the truth in love. Because if you don't, then the more you linger and say, oh, let me get back to you. Let me think about it. Let me pray about it. Well, you know you should say no. God's like, no, you don't put that on me. No, you don't need to pray about it. Say no right now. That's God telling you that. We blame time. We definitely be blaming God about it. Oh, let me pray about it. No, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Now, see, in your mind, you're like, no. But see, the tone, how we do it is important. No, I'm not interested. And we smile on the phone. You know how when you're smiling on the phone, when you're talking and you smile, it comes across in the conversation, the tone and the manner. That's kindness. But again, being kind to yourself, and you think it's being selfish, but it's not. The shift needs to begin now as we go into 2021. Point number 1. We went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, why do people do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Nobody. There's no drama. Number 1. Oh, I love this one. This time about money. How we can be kind to ourselves and not selfish is that we work the amount of hours we're paid and no more. Somebody should be like, if I was preaching, man, this is an offering, pass the plate, because this is gonna set somebody free. Somebody put some money in the plate for this one. Work the amount of hours you're being paid to and no more. Not a minute, not a second more. Don't do it. 2021, work your hours and you go home. Now again, see, when you got to be organized at work. You got to be organized. You got to let your boss know, look, I'm handling my business the time I'm here. And these hours that I'm working are going to be quality hours. So every day I go in, I'm knocking it out. I'm accomplishing the goals. I'm checking off the box of this project that needs to get taken care of. I'm handling the phone calls and the help tickets or whatever it is. Okay? Let me end here, y'all. These are the top 5 ways that we can be kind to ourselves and not being selfish. We need to shift this. And I wanted to wedge this in. Next week, we're going to talk about what true selflessness looks like. And I'm, you know what? And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'm repeating it too much. No, I'm not. Because some of us ain't got it yet. Some of us are getting ready to go into 21, still being nice, not being kind, and then wondering why we're not accomplishing our goals. Wonder where our relationships are falling apart. Wonder why we have so much stress and anxiety and worry that just weighing us down. It's because we're being nice and not being kind. It's time to make the shift, y'all. I'm so glad you guys listened. And I'm challenging us. We can do this. Kindness is the doorway. Kindness is the character quality that each one of us needs. in order to have a successful 2021. It's the character quality. Kindness is about character. And I don't care how much talent you have. If you do not have the character, see, talent and ability will get you in the door, but kindness is what takes you to the top. It takes me to the top. But again, we think being kind is all about others. No, we got to be kind to ourselves. This has been Kindness Speaks, episode 6. I believe so. Episode number 6. I'm so glad you guys checked this out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the newsletter. Follow us on Instagram. Webinar next week, next Thursday, November 19th, 2020 at 7 p.m. Facebook Live. See y'all then. And remember, my catchphrase, nice people do finish last, but kind ones rise to the top. Let's go.